Whoops. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are worth a buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? Let's get into the video. Welcome. Happy Monday. Excuse me, Monday. Very excited to be on with you guys. Weekends are cool, but I miss you guys. But let's get started. Let's see who's saying hi in the chat. Say hi back. We'll get into the day, what's going on. We got a few small channel updates. Actually, I do want to, we'll go over some channel updates and stuff like that. And cool stuff. Very excited. Very excited. So, Philly, yo Johnson, what's up, Captain Cash? Hamza was beat by Philly. Rafter, what is up, my friend? What is up? Dan says, wonder if they will be bullish. All signs point to it being bullish for GME. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. The market as a whole was pretty much down today. And it's one of those days where, yeah, it was down, but realistically, look, like, was down. Oh, these percentages aren't for the day, but it was a bit of a down day. We'll take a look. We'll see what's going on. Buying the dip, nom, eating that dip. Philly, Hedgie spent millions to knock down the price down 30 cents. I know. It's so funny because it's so hard to explain that. Like, we were talking about this stuff at work and everything, and they were looking at AMC and they were analyzing it, and they're like, oh, it's not looking so good, but it's hard to really explain what is going on. I guess not so hard. It's a short, the short squeeze and everything, but it's definitely a difficult concept. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a conspiracy theorist or something every time I try to say it, but it is what it is. I have my plays. I'm convicted. I'm gonna hold my plays, and I'm not going anywhere. So, Animal says, I just want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that likes to talk about stocks. And what? Salt. They took a Boston. What is up, Boston? Yo, what's up, Lee? Did I say hi to Lee? No, I haven't. What's up, Lee? Boston says they took a nice crack at GME today. They sure did. So let's take a look at the stocks on the. Let's look at the 5-day. See what's been going on. Boy, oh boy. Not my favorite 5-day, but that is fine. I'm okay with this. I'm eyes on the prize, and so kind of been laddering down, right? Like a step. And that's what we have today. Another step down. Realistically, I know it looks kind of crazy, but we're still at 971. We're good. Because remember, last month or whenever it was, we were at $5, which was not feeling so nice. And I feel okay about it. I feel okay. All right. And so no worries at all. Well, you know what? I need to be on this one over here. Okay, here we go. Yo, what is up, Diamond? Rawal time. What? Trolling me. Diamond, yes, we do want to say your stock chase of the day / week. Absolutely. Dog says, I wish I would have waited until today to buy my shares. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where personally, and I'm with you, Dog, like sometimes it's hard, right? Because, you see that it's dipping over here and you're like, oh, like, okay, it's at $10, it's a good entry point or a good place to add in my position at least. And then it dips a little more, but you know what? I'd rather add to it here and miss out on, even like 40 cents per share, rather than it start to rip and now I'm like, I missed it. You know what I mean? So I'm comfortable adding to my position. I feel good about my position in both the stocks. Granted, it's one of those things. I'm terrible whenever it comes to buying things because, well, much better now. I used to be much worse, but I'm so much better now when buying things, just because I used to see things and just because it's on sale, I would be like, oh, that's too good of a deal. It was so hard for me to pass up deals. And luckily I stopped looking for the deals. I stopped buying stuff. And now I'm just like, I have everything I need. And it's basically consumerism. And that's a whole different ball game than what we're talking about here. But I feel good about these stocks. And it's one of those things. And I guess my point to that was, if this stock dips enough, I will definitely 100% add a lot to my position. And so that's the gist of what I'm getting at. What is up, creeping? Damon switched to Doge halfway through the day, earned a few bucks. All right. Eric, Corey, how you doing? Doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well the same, or doing well as well. Said, didn't make any moves today, just playing it safe for now. Yeah, same. Playing it safe, chilling. And realistically, I'm figuring out my next move. And I don't know when I'm going to make that move. It's realistically going to be after AMC and GameStop go to the moon. And I'm plotting. I'm planning and I'm plotting. And that's really what I'm doing. And realistically, I'm going to have to start really knuckling down and getting things like on paper. I have the plays kind of written down, scattered, but I'm really going to start organizing my plays for what's to come. Just because I feel like, when and if we go to the moon, I'm going to be very happy that I did that. So that's my plan. Alex, what's up? PRPO. Okay, here's Diamond's master play. Keep in mind, if you guys aren't familiar with Diamond's plays, Diamond found TCAT at the very beginning. PRPO. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, up 171% on the day. Oh my goodness, what is happening with this stock? Absolutely insane. Oh my God. What is happening? These guys do cancer diagnostics. Wow, very interesting oncology market. Wow, very cool stuff. Let's see. Profit increasing. Oh wait, that was let's see, annually, yeah, sure, not bad. Kind of went down and then did really well last year. Institutional ownership 4.78%. Realistically, and so the question is, why did it run? I'm assuming there was some kind of news catalyst. Had to be some kind of news catalyst, right? Look at this. 171%. And then on top of that, 35% in the after hours so far. I mean, what in the world? It went up even higher because it retraced back down to, what is it? I guess 490. Oh my gosh. This is insane. And so here's the deal. Like, these are the plays that are just nuts. Straight, I mean, as soon as the day started, it just started to run this morning. Holy smokes. Cool play. I hope it prints. As you know, I can't freaking chase it. I'm gonna be so far freaking away from this thing that it's gonna hurt me if it continues to run. I hope it continues to run for you, but I can't. Wow, cool stuff. I love to see this. I love to see it. Caden says, do we need to keep buying or just hold? Caden, that's up to you, my friend. If I had the capital, I would continue to buy. And that's just how I would play it. Just because, realistically, you buy it at 9, 10, 8.50. You know what I mean? I don't know if it'll go much lower than $8, but even if you bought it at $8, like this stock, if you actually truly believe it's going to double by the end of the year, or whatever you think it's going to do, and I think doubling by the end of the year is kind of a given personally. Then yes, I wish I had more capital to keep adding to my position. I wish, even at this averaging up, I would 100% personally average up. But you do what you like, and maybe you want to hedge your bet, and maybe you want to put it on something else. Maybe you want to throw the dice and hop on something like this PRPO and see if it continues to run. But maybe you'll lose it, maybe you'll win. Hard to say. But personally, I like the stocks, and I'm just gonna hold my position and add to it. I think one of the reasons we're a little bit stagnant right now is everyone who wants a position has a position. Okay, and what'll happen is whenever this stock gets the right catalyst, and remember, the right catalyst could be anything at all. It could be super good earnings. It could be like a, obviously some kind of acquisition or something, but that's a different story. Anything at all. Adam Aaron just has to come out and give the right news, and it'll be a news catalyst. And so I think once we get the right news catalyst and people flood into the stock, I think that would be game over. Another thing we're waiting for is so we'll take a look at DTCC, and let's see if 801 any update. No, not quite yet. So kind of waiting on those things to happen, but that's my personal thoughts. But and also, I guess, so for the other part of it, holding is great. It's free. You can, as long as you don't have options, I guess, or the options are far out or are far away. It's good stuff. Look at this person. This person wants over 8,000 shares. Well, if this is one person, at $9.60. They're adding to their position. This is a lot of money right here. So that's what I say. And holding is perfectly fine. If all you can do is hold, like me, I try to add in my position, but realistically, all I can do at this point is hold. And holding is enough. Holding is enough because the hedge funds their backs are against the wall, and we're both waiting for a catalyst. The hedge funds are waiting for a catalyst that says, hey, you can't defer this any longer. You need to pay up because it's game over for you. So they're waiting for a catalyst, and we're waiting for a catalyst. The difference is it costs them a lot of money to hold. They have to hold, and they have to pay these fees, and the failure to delivers, and yada yada yada. These guys are paying and paying and paying. It's free for us to hold. So I'm feeling good. Easy peasy. Even these red days down 3% on the day, easy peasy. I'll hold. Actually, while we're talking about this, so AMC down 3.19% on the day. In the after hours, about down 0.21%. Not too worried about that. Let's take a look at good old GameStop and see how this is looking on the day. Down, 6.56% on the day. Pretty drastic moves here, right? Holy baloney. But it's cool. I feel okay. I feel good about it. I'm going to continue to hold my position here. And it is what it is. I'm still up. I averaged down. Here's the deal. Like I averaged down, or not even. I bought in at a good spot. Here's the deal. Do I wish I would have bought in here? 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. But I got it was a little scary, right? I didn't have a position up here. And so I waited for it to go up a little bit. And then I decided I'm going to add to my position. Whether it was back here or over here, I can't really recall. But I bought one of these dips. I was like, there's no way it's going to sustain here. We've seen these levels of support. It's been supporting. And so I added to my position whenever it dipped. And I'm still up. I think I averaged up to 140, or I'm at 135, something like that. But I'm still up. I feel good about it. And this is one that if it goes to 40, 50, 30, even 100, I would 1,000,000% add to my position to average down. I'd have to find the money, but I'd figure it out. Radio Man says it'll get attacked. People will buy. Price will be volatile. Same as every day. Absolutely, Radio. It's same story, different day. Sean says, burying yourselves in technicals merely looks past the simple fact that they have to buy back. Right. I agree with you. And I think this is in reference to talking about my people at work, right? And people are maybe it's talking about something else, but yes, like we can look at the technicals all day. And I think the technicals still kind of hold up partially with what is going on, right? Like we can see these levels of support kind of make sense. And these lines, I usually draw them back here, and then they hold strong in the future. And so finding those things, and realistically, yes, you can kind of do some technical analysis, but realistically, this isn't about technical analysis. This is about a short squeeze position, a squeeze position, and it's a technical squeeze position, right? That's what we're looking at. So yeah, but still, you can still look for like possible entry points. But this is one of those things where, and I said this before, news trumps everything. So news will make the stock run. News will make the stock fall. Well, and even with this one, it's kind of a little bit different because even bad news, the apes can't be shaken. They cannot be shaken from their position. So even bad news does nothing, or usually. Animal says the good news is my Doge is green. Yes, Doge had a crazy day. Look at this. This has been a roller coaster, a roller coaster, a roller coaster. And and this is where it gets hard, right? And so I think Doge would probably be such a good like case study for people who are holding AMC and GameStop. Whenever, and I'm a perfect example, right? This is why I hold. This is why I don't exit and get scared, because it ran up and then it dipped, and it was like, oh snap, like is this over? Because this is all you saw, right? This is all you saw. It ran up. And then it was kind of like a dip in. It's like, I was like, oh snap, like, okay, maybe it's done, maybe it's good, maybe it's done, and then it continues to go, right? I like to look at that consolidation is usually so good. And look, it kind of broke out, right? And so these are the kind of things that you look for, these kind of consolidations. And then it breaks out again. So this is a trend that I've actually been noticing a lot. And I've just really been loving consolidation for what it typically means. It just shows this level of support. And I say consolidation, but realistically, think about of continuous just levels of support, dip through a little bit, and then it recovered, just supporting. But you never know which way it's going to go. And so missing out on these opportunities, I wanted to buy here. Actually, I wanted to buy down here. Just it's so hard. It's hard to like pick exactly where you want to entry, all these different things, right? So that's essentially what I'm getting at. Lee sold at 41 cents. Yeah, I sold the same. I bought it at 2 cents, and then I sold at 4 cents. Not 44. I've sold it, bought it at 2, sold it 4. I just wanted to do it as a quick swing. I just put in $100. It would have been like $1,800 or whatever today, or maybe 2,000, something like that. But whatever. I made some money, put it in AMC, and hopefully that those shares that I bought with that money pays for itself. That's what I'm hoping for. Because yikes. Yikes. So Hamo says AMC needs to go down to a penny so I can buy more. I'm not sure if we wanted to go down to a penny, but I'm with you in the sentiment. Sean says there's a share count this week with AMC, correct? Yeah, so the share count has been happening, right? And so, but there hasn't been any word about it at all. And Trey, who I guess I think he said he emailed Trey's Trades. I think he said he emailed Adam Aaron directly and has not heard a response back. So realistically, we don't know what's going on with those shares. Could be, your guess is as good as mine. They could be still counting them. They could have finished counting them and deciding what they're going to do. They could have finished counting it. They could have already submitted to the SEC or whoever. Who knows what happened? So we're just waiting on that. And that could be another one for a catalyst, right? Let's say they come back and they say, hey, we actually found that there are, based on the amount of votes that we received, we actually found that there were X amount of, a million, extra votes or something. I don't know, something crazy like that. 2 million, 10 million, 100 million extra votes. And so we're investigating what is going on. If these are short sellers, we will force them to cover yada, yada, yada. I don't know what they would say, but for example, something like that. I mean, can you imagine the people that would flood to the stock and force anything to happen before Rule 801 even passed, like something like that? That's how delicate this stock is right now. And it's in the favor of the apes. Shalina says, my husband is wondering what is going on with AMC. AMC is looking very good. We're in a consolidation phase. We are hanging out, just chilling, waiting for a news catalyst, sitting tight, sitting pretty, watching Dogecoin run up like crazy. And HTMC also is one that I'm watching at 0.0024 cents. So looking forward to that one to continue to run. But that's basically it right now. Just hanging out. Thank you for your question. Philly says, what better way than putting all your money with your money so they can't touch you? All right. Love it. Diamond bought in 100 at 389. Oh my gosh, did you buy this one at... Oh, okay. Diamond, I don't know how you do it. What a play. What a play. I know, Diamond, we're gonna have to start following you. I'm gonna have you on the show. You're gonna have to tell us your tactics. I don't even know. We're gonna start you a YouTube channel. If you were me, you would through 100 AMC. Let's see what else we have. Dog says Motley Fool put a hit out on AMC today. Yeah, here's the deal. They're just gonna and they know that people are clicking on those articles, right? I'm sure the apes are going around clicking on those articles. Joke's on them though, because on Motley Fool, because they post these articles, these hit pieces, because people, yeah, sure, they click them, but realistically, nobody believes them, and then they send them over to AMC stock subreddit where people just make fun of it all day and discredit them, just discredit them. So they're getting the recognition, but not what I think they wanted. Hamza says, I think my problem will be that I didn't buy enough of the stock. Right. And so that I'm so happy to say that is not going to be me. I will not say at all that I wish I bought more stock, because I literally can't buy any more stock. So I feel so good about my position. And I'm very happy that I can say that I won't be saying something like that. Julie, how are you doing? Doing great, my friend. Thank you. Fantastic. So much for asking. I literally said two things there. I combined two different sentences in the middle, and then I went outward. I'm doing fantastic, my friend. Thank you so much for asking. Hope you're doing well as well. Oh my gosh, I get too excited. Okay, quick. Let me do some quick updates. Who had GME at 300? I haven't seen him forever. I feel bad for him. Yeah, I think there are two Mohammeds, Damon, but I'm sure both Mohammeds are doing fantastic. We have seen Mohammed Gathan here. But the other Mo, I have not seen recently. Yeah. So I think that's probably what you're talking about. So let's talk about some channel updates really quick. Very excited about this. So I'm trying this new thing. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to be good. Oh, okay. We'll get into that in a second. I'm very excited. So first things first, let me make sure my volume's up. I've started streaming on Twitch. And it's a multi-stream. So this is using a program called Streamlabs, and it streams from both places and stuff. So if you guys want to follow me, I really don't know. And realistically, and I'll tell you my goal for the channel, right? We'll kind of talk about some channel updates. Dang, you know what? I should have talked about this on Sunday. I feel like that's such a good time to do that. All right. Well, it is what it is. So. And I wonder, okay, it is what it is. So yeah, if you guys want to find me here, it's just /isitabuy on Twitch. If you want to follow me, if not, it's cool. I also am starting a community here on Facebook /isitabuy, where we can talk about the stocks here. And so figure we'll have this. And so basically to give you guys a quick little thing, and I'm going to make a video about this and stuff, is, I want to really have a full kind of like community here, right? And so, it's going to be a little tricky. I don't know if Matt Kors and Trey's Trades, I don't know if they're actually doing this whole community, but I really would love like a community. You guys have seen what I've done with the DDers, and stuff like that. I try to get people on the show who bring value, who know more than I do, and share what they've done. Not everybody obviously is kind of like a presenter. Not everybody. Not all the people I interview for DD are like the most enthusiastic, like crazy people. I feel like most of them they do pretty good. But it's just, but basically what I'm getting is I want to build this community. And I want to be able to get you guys things like, for example, Ortex. Like, I want to have Ortex, but I can't, like, I just currently can't, like, afford to just buy Ortex outright. I guess I could do the monthly thing, but I'd rather just get it for the whole year, just because it's a better value, and I'm more about, like, those kinds of values and stuff. And I'd rather just, like, get it all at one time. This way it is easy. You know what I mean? Not easy, but I just have it all. So yeah. But so that's kind of my goal right now. I should be picking up hats tomorrow, so very excited about that merch. What else do I have going on? So I have a few things in the works. It just takes a second to all play out, but I've been working on it nonstop, and hopefully it'll all be great. I have some exciting things. We're probably going to do memberships on the channel that are completely optional. No one is going to be excluded at all. I'm not going to do like a members only channel, anything like that. It's just going to be additional levels of support to help me pay for things like Ortex. I want to get my website up and running, make the course, like, so I can have like a free course, stuff like that. But yeah, so that's just a little preview of what's going on. But if you guys want to follow me here and here, no problem. Either way, I just, stay with me on YouTube. It's the same for me, but just trying to get little more coverage just for anyone who might be missing out, looking for a community, because our community is too cool. So yes, little update. So let's see what else we have going on here. Let me get a sip of my little drink right here. Delicious. DPG says, who is starting the rumor that AMC is going to 100K a share? Though I understand a squeeze and volatile price increase, but I mean, 100K a share seems unlikely to me anyway. So DPG, good point, right? And so I completely see what you're talking about. If you've seen my video if you guys haven't seen my video about what I think, hey, what's up, Ginger? If you guys haven't seen my video that I think I released this morning about, well, we can just check my channel, right? So I did release a video. Oh, look, that's me. About my squeeze price prediction. And basically, I'd recommend just watching it so you can see how I come up with the numbers. And realistically, my base price for what I think is where we're going to start at is, believe it or not, like, I think we're going to have a run. As long as it's not canceled, I would not be surprised if we had a run all the way to $100 and started at $100 personally. And you can see how I came up with those numbers in the video if you want to take a quick look. But so that's where we would start, right? And realistically, I think there's going to be some struggle points. I think, let's say it runs up maybe, $500, $1,000. I feel like those points would be a struggle, because people would be like, there's no way this is going to continue to run. But I do think, let's say we ran past $1,000 and hit $2,000. I personally feel like it would just freaking run from there. And I'll tell you why. Because if people are able to hold past $1,000 and it just runs there and people continue to hold, they're going to truly understand that apes really, really, truly do control the price. And what I mean by this is the hedge funds are going to have to purchase shares from the apes. And in order for them to purchase shares from the apes, you have to agree upon a price. So I have to say, the price right here. So basically, we look at these level twos. This person right here, or let's use this one right here. This person right here is saying they'll sell their 15 shares for $9.72, and they're happy about it. They're going to get out of it, and someone else is going to buy it at that price. Because in order for there to be a seller, there has to be a buyer. In order for there to be a buyer, there has to be a seller. And that's what's going to happen. But I think that if the diamond-handed apes who are truly, truly, truly holding and convicted in what could happen, I think that those people, and if not enough, if they haven't covered enough of their shares, I truly think that stock could run up like you would not believe. Okay, granted, there's going to be sellers all the way, all the way up, but if people really figure out that they can hold past 2,000, I feel like 10,000 would probably be another level of resistance, because that's where people have been saying like, oh, 10,000. But if somehow we get past 10,000, because people are truly holding, I feel like sky's the limit, because then they understand, holy smokes, like we really do control the price. If I don't sell, they can't fulfill their share. They can't return the share that they need to return. They can't buy the share that they need to buy, that they're legally obligated to buy. They do not have a choice at this point, because they'll get liquidated and they'll be filled anyways. So if that truly happens, then yes, like that's how 100K is possible. It's not like here's the deal. Does it sound like a meme? Absolutely. Is it a meme? It sounds kind of crazy, right? But if you understand how the way they have to cover, and this is why I spend so much time explaining it over and over again, because I feel like I explain it a little bit different each time, and I'm just trying to make sure that people understand how it happens, why it could happen. And I was going to give you guys another example, but hopefully you can kind of see what I'm saying. It's wild. It is wild. Javier says, hey Corey, thoughts on small caps, low flow tickers running lately? And so realistically, like we're learning that a stock doesn't really need to have a lot of volume to run, right? You just need to have the right momentum, right news, catalyst, stuff like that. And so I'm really not sure why some of the small tickers are running. It could be, for all I know, they could be heavily shorted, something crazy like that. But just so hard to say exactly what is going on. Woo Park with the super chat. Thank you so much, my friends. Woo says, check Cinemark's SEC filings for April 22nd. Okay, let's take a look. Cinemark SEC filings. April 22nd. Whoa, okay. Schedule filed to report acquisition of beneficial ownership of 5% or more of a class of equity securities. Okay, let's see what this means. Well, first of all, I want to see if AMC is in here anywhere. Okay. Anything specific, Woo, that I should be looking for? Because this is very interesting. Where's this one? PDF. So this amendment number 11, let me zoom in a little bit here, because holy smokes. Let's see. Amends the schedule 13D, first filed on March 28th, 2011, and has amended subsequent. Okay. With respect to common stock, part value 0.01 per share. This amendment number 11 reflects change to items 3, 4, and 5 of the Schedule 13D, capitalized terms used but not otherwise defined herein. Okay, so it continues to say, okay, so we added the following. So here's what's, I guess, being changed. So on April 14th, 2021, pursuant of Common Unit Adjustment Agreement, the reporting person received through its wholly owned subsidiary, Cinemark. Okay. So over 2 million newly issued NCM units in accordance with the 2020 annual adjustment. What's an NCM unit? Newton of centimeter. Okay, I don't know. I don't think that's what NCM is. All right, we will continue. Purpose of transaction. Item 4 is hereby amended. Okay, so the reporting person required for the NCM units referred to in item 3. All right, for investment purposes pursuant to the common unit adjustment. Item 5, so including this, through its wholly owned subsidiary, Cinemark. Currently may be deemed to beneficially own over 43 million shares of common stock. Okay, the beneficial owned shares equals approximately 35.14%. Geez, of the issuers issued and outstanding shares of common stock on an as converted basis of the following date. Guys, these things are so freaking hard to read. Neither of the filing, yada yada yada. Very interesting. Now the question is what the heck does all this mean? That was the explanatory note. It seems like they either issued shares or they're selling shares or somebody. Let's see. What is a 13D filing? Oops. Okay, 13D. Let's see. Yeah, they hurt my brain too. Okay, so with Schedule 13D, which is what we just read, is a document that must be filed with the SEC within 10 days of the purchase of 5% or more shares of a public company by any investor or entity. It is sometimes referred to as a beneficial ownership report. This document, which is publicly available, provides useful information about majority ownership in the company. It reveals the name, ownership amount, stated intentions of the person who decides to buy the shares. Man, very interesting. And Wu says it is the number of shares, so that's what we're looking at. Man, crazy stuff. Jeez. I think we know the sip of this this drink. Daryl says, hello all, not to interrupt. May I say something about HDMC? Need a thumbs up. May I say a thumbs up, Daryl? You got it, buddy. Poll says AMC sale added 400 shares to my position, closing in on the 7-digit share count. Holy smokes. Wait, 7-digit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 1 million shares of AMC? You have 1 million shares of AMC. No, you don't. I think you misspoke, my friend. I think you mean 4-digit, 5-digit. Closing on 7-digit share count. Okay, maybe I misunderstand what you're saying. Oh, 5 digits. Okay, I was like, what the heck? Okay, 5 digits. Very nice. Makes a lot more sense. Congratulations on the shares. That is still very, very impressive. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10,000 shares. Very, very, wow. Hopefully that prints, man. That'd be insane. I feel good with the little I have. Daryl says, HMC called me about an hour ago. What? Wanted to say that. Want to say that's for the support. They're overwhelmed. Said they tuned top of main HCMC news website for updates, and everyone will be well and healthy. There we go. Thoughts on SPY tomorrow? I don't know. Today was a down day. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow's a down day as well. Just for the market as a whole. Oh gosh, just rough. Michael says, how do you buy Doge on Webull? I'm not sure how you buy Doge on Webull. I haven't purchased it. You know, I don't know why you wouldn't just go here and hit buy. Can I just unlock trading? Buy Doge, continue. Yeah, you just buy it like that. Just go ahead and buy it. I don't think I have any money. Do I have 49 bucks? Wait. Oh, I have money in Doge? No freaking way. No, I don't have Doge. Do I have Doge? Oh, I don't have Doge. Man, tricking me. I was so excited. David says, will share count come out tomorrow with AMC shareholder meeting? I'm not sure if you caught what I said earlier, but basically, we don't know what's going to happen. Trades reached out to Adam Aaron, and he said no response yet. No one knows what's happening. Just kind of a waiting game. And here's the deal. I can sit and wait patiently all day. No problem. I'm hanging out, and we'll see what happens. But I don't even know. I don't even know. How many down days in a row we've had for AMC? Let's take a look. Let's look at the 5-day. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 days. You know, name of the game. That's the name of the game. ETH is way up. Yeah, ETH ran today as well, along with Doge. It was wild. Meanwhile, I thought it was interesting because usually, I don't know, I kind of feel like Bitcoin usually kind of goes, you know, a similar direction. But, you know, Doge running up, Bitcoin a little stagnant. So pretty interesting. I kind of like that. Lee says, only problem about Doge on Webull is you don't actually own the coin. You can't take it and send it to wallet. Right. And so I just be a little bit careful buying Doge on something like Webull, Robinhood, and any other of these like kind of free brokerages. I just be super careful. From my understanding, like Coinbase and something like that, you actually own the actual like code or whatever that you can move it, and you have the actual oh my gosh, token. So and that's just my understanding of it. So I just be careful owning it. And realistically, here's the deal. I don't think I'd mind if I actually didn't own it. I'm just trying to make money. If I can make money off of it and it's not going to mess up anything like that, I'd probably be okay with it. But if you really like are into crypto, it's your thing, and yada yada, then number one, you're probably not trading on Webull anyways. Number two, probably don't want to trade on Webull for that reason. Wait, Philly says, is this true? Melvin CEO is getting a divorce all of a sudden, as well as same time around Bill Gates short position says losses are unlimited. Is that real? Jack says going to buy more AMC pre-market tomorrow. Hamza says, I will say AMC is the only stock I put 5K in. Very nice. Scared money don't make no money. Diamond backhand. Not financial advice, but it's not. Scared money don't make no money. Oh my gosh. Hamza says, I'm a little guy doing what big guys do. Braden says, been a month since the vid with a Tobit. Looking forward to the mother of all short squeezes. Yeah, I think we're all kind of just waiting on what's going to happen. Realistically, you know, I think that's all we can do. Wait for a news catalyst, be bullish, and have a good time. Have a good time with it. Come hang out with us. What's the Facebook? The Facebook is right here. It is facebook.com/isitabuy. Pretty easy. I don't know how to manage this thing at all, so do keep that in mind. But I'm gonna make it work and I'll figure it out. Luke says, I need financial advice. Endo says, go hire a financial advisor. And that's a good point. This is actually a video that I've been wanting to make for a little while about, you know, saying, hello, congratulations. The squeeze has been squoze. You're now a millionaire, billionaire. What's next? And that's kind of a video that I've been wanting to make, something like that. You know, and that's obviously a little bit of a joke, but realistically, you know, there are things that you need to know how to manage money, and managing money is not something that we think is so easy. Let's say you make $10 million in the squeeze, then I would highly recommend, you know, finding a true financial advisor, and, you know, or, you know, talk to a few financial advisors, pick one that aligns with your goals, and see what they recommend, or talk to multiple and pay them all, and see which ones, see what they agree on and what they don't agree on, and make those decisions for yourself. Have them give the pros and cons to each one. I don't know, something like that. But I think it's super important to keep in mind that as hard as it is to gain wealth, apparently it's extremely easy to lose the wealth as well. Think about it. Let's say you make $1 million, you go out, you buy, you know, a bunch of cars and a house. Then you know what? How much money do you have left? So definitely think, and I'm talking about like Bugatti. You buy Bugatti, you buy a Ferrari, a Lambo, whatever you start buying, and then you buy, you know, $10 million house, whatever it is. You know, where's your money now? So definitely keep that in mind. But it's something to think about. It really, really, really is. I have my plans, but I'm personally going to hire a financial advisor as well. I'm gonna hire one and just see what they have to say. I know what I'm gonna do with the money that I make, as in investing. I'm gonna continue to invest it. And I'm going to, so I have a few different ideas like that, but yeah, things to think about. Humble says there was one I read a few weeks ago that said GME to 10 million. Yeah. And you know, realistically, and here's something else to consider, right? Something to consider is, if we look at, let's see, float, or will this pull up? Oh, I don't like this float. Let's look at, this one show float. So something to keep in mind. Okay, so this is the float, and then let's look at, okay, so things to keep in mind. Taking a look at AMC, their float is 417 million shares. Float is how many shares are available, how many they've released to the public to trade or whatever, right? 417 million shares. So let's say that's being held by, let's say 350 are being held by apes. 350 million are being held by apes, right? You need theoretically, for the squeeze to go, for AMC to go as high as possible to the millions per share, theoretically, all of those apes, 350 million, would have to have diamond hands, every single one of them, or the majority of them at least, in order to hold for that high. And granted, this depends on how many shares they will owe. You know, let's say they, well, I don't want to get into the specific numbers right now, because then I just get off on a crazy tangent. But depends how many they owe, them being the hedge funds, how many shares they'll have to return. But you have to rely on 350 million, approximately, right? And that might not be exactly accurate either. Apes to all hold diamond hands. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now for GameStop, the float is 47. Is this accurate? Is this updated? This seems really low. 47 million. Let me get one more source on this. $47 million flow, public flow. Okay, so they're about the same. Let's say 50 million, okay? So AMC is, you know, over 400 million, or 350 million or whatever, right? Whereas it's much less, what I'm getting at is there's much less people 56 million, let's say, however much is held by the apes, it's less people that you have to worry about. And I just want to put that out there. Just put that out there. Take it for what it is. But definitely things to consider. I think they both can run. Both are going to make a whole bunch of money. All the heavily shorted stocks, in my opinion, are going to make a whole bunch of money. But definitely things to think about. So Philly says May 4th, they'll reveal the share count. Philly, I'm not entirely sure if that's accurate, my friend, just because it's supposed to be with GameStop, right? And GameStop, where's their share recount? It's supposed to be done on 420. Still haven't heard anything about it. I don't think, at least. So I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know if you have, but I would not put much, too much weight into May 4th is what I'll say. Okay. And I just wanted to, I don't want to crush your dreams or hopes. Hopefully it's good, but we'll see. I'm out though. Let's see what else we got going on. Should I put another $100 in AMC? Mod, if you want to put another $100 in AMC, you know what? You might really be happy. Or, if it continues to dip, you might be a little sad, but I do like where the price is right now. Let's zoom out a little bit, right? Let's look at the 1 month, see what's been going on. So kind of, filled in this gap right here, a low of 831, high of 1222, kind of right here in the middle, right? A little below, right? Because I suppose around $10 would have been the middle. And realistically, I'm not mad at this price. I'm not mad at this price as far as an entry point. I feel like it's pretty good. And you can see right here, right? And again, this is what I talk about. The technical analysis is kind of out the window, right? But look how it coincidentally just respects these levels of support and resistance continuously. Even right here, right? Let's go over here and look. Levels of support. And this was from back here as well. We can see these levels of support. And now it's basically testing these levels of support. Now the question is it going to respect the level of support? Maybe it'll drop down. And, if it drops, maybe it'll go down to the 936 point, and we'll see what happens there. But even then, 40 cents, 30 cents per share. Depends if how much you're worried about it. Realistically, 40 cents a share, maybe you can get one more extra share. If you have $100, maybe you can get one more extra share of AMC, but maybe. So 10, no, you wouldn't be able to get an extra share. So take that for what that is. And what else? Oh, there goes that level of support. See you later. So yeah, it's just crazy to see. I like seeing how it continues to respect and continues to kind of work. So cool. Number of shares, Palantir. Woo Park says 43 million shares of AMC that got authorized. I don't think that was authorized just yet. It is 43 million shares. I don't think they've been authorized. They do have them. Make no mistake. They have those 43 million shares. They can put them in the market whenever they want. They say tomorrow, May the 4th. Hey, happy birthday to us. We're gonna add these shares, make some money. They can 100% do that if they want. But the question is, will they? That is $1 million question. So. And if they do put those shares, and I want to double down on this, I've said this a few times. If they do put those shares in the market, I'm good. I'm cool. I'm chilling. I'm holding. I'm not leaving my position at all. And I'm worried that a lot of people would get freaked out and just sell off for no reason. In my personal opinion, it would be no reason for those 43 million shares, because we've seen the volume. Look, we can eat up 43 million shares on a low volume day. You know what I mean? On a very low volume day. So definitely something to keep in mind whenever it comes to those 43 million shares. I'm afraid that people will come in, and we saw this on the false information, and and this got to me, on the false information of the 500 million shares being released. Everyone came into the, or not everyone, a lot of people came to my channel, the chat, all over Reddit, and they were saying 5 million shares have been approved, they're being released, and they're out. No one actually read the article, no one actually watched the interview. They took the news for what it was, and they just shilled. And it's, it's unfortunate. I understand the excitement of what's going on. It's like, oh my gosh, the world is falling. But Adam Aaron, in his interview, he said he would never release the 500, after that. He said he would not release them all at the same time. That would be foolish. And yada, yada, yada. So Jeff, definitely be very careful when and if that news comes out. And I would just be careful. Okay. Because I'm not going to change my position. I'm going to feel good about it. I'm going to be okay. Leave it a sip of water. Or this is not water. Brent says got GME calls at the bottom. IV and gap up tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully. No money, no honey. Is GME a buy? I like GME, Walid. Here's the deal. I know I don't talk about GME that much, and it's not because I don't like the stock at all. It's just that I've been in AMC since like December or early January, coincidentally, before I knew what the heck was going on. And I have a very good position in there. I feel comfortable talking about it. It's someone I really look at. This one, GameStop, I do like GameStop a lot. I do have a position in GameStop, a fairly, I don't know, I feel like it's relatively large. It's not Roaring Kitty, but I like my position in GameStop, and I hope GameStop runs. I hope they both run, go to the moon, and I feel like everyone should apes together strong. If you go to subreddits though, people are saying, oh, AMC's a distraction, AMC's fake, and it's like, well, I don't agree with that personally. So yeah. Doge is doing fantastic right now, very fantastic. Waleed got 5 shares at 160 today. Holy smokes. Juice says, is it a buy? The markets will be down all year, maybe September at best, but everything is being heavily manipulated. Right. And so Juice, I see what you're saying. I do. For me, September is also early September, or maybe I think before September, all of this will be played out. It'll be done with. It'll be over. Hopefully, this is my prediction. I don't know if it's accurate. I haven't really made a video on this. Not really talking about it very much. I don't want to, just because in the effort of not giving dates and then people being super disappointed, I personally just kind of given myself September as a, hopefully it'll be better by then. But realistically, if it's not better by then, I'm holding and it is what it is. Nothing's going to change. I'm just going to continue to hold. And yeah, so as I'm with you in the September timeframe, just because of Rule 801 more specifically, and just what I feel like what is going on. It's more of a feeling than I guess a little bit of small smooth brain calculations with the filings, how long they take the file, how long they could take the file, appeals or whatever it is, the procedures, stuff like that. So that's kind of my time frame as well, and I feel good about waiting that, about that time frame. Which is why I bought call options, right? I do have my call options here for September and June. I have both call options in there. I got a few contracts in each, and I think both at the $40 strike. I think this one a little lower, maybe the $25 strike, but I feel good about both of them. And options are risky, so make sure if you buy these options, you're okay with them expiring not in the money. which I'm not okay with it, but I will accept my fate. And I'm not gonna go hungry. Guys, really quick, I haven't said this in a while. Please make sure you're taking care of yourself. Please make sure your bills are fed, are taken care of. Make sure you're fed, your family's fed. Make sure you can, take care of yourself if something happens. And so really quick, I haven't said it in a while, but you have to take care of number one. You're number one and you matter, and you need to make sure that your situation is taken care of first. Brent says whatever you get, put it all in passive income reinvestment if you can. Passive income is one of those I would say pipe dreams. You know what I mean? It's something that everyone wants, but it's not as easy as people make it seem. If you're talking about like true passive income, but just kind of depends, is what I'll say. Damon says, whenever it squeezes, I'm just buying real estate. I like real estate a lot. Oh, yes, and let's see. Juice says, where do you see when the shorts expire or when they have to sell them their position? So Juice, this is a good question, right? This is a fair question. So Juice says, where do you see when the shorts expire or when they have to sell their position? So as far as when they expire, shorts don't expire. Shorts can go on basically forever. They have to pay fees, penalties on the stocks, right? And so realistically, let's say so that's essentially what they're doing. And so they're having to pay until the stock either goes the way they think it's going to go, and then they are in the money and they make money and they sell out of their position, or more likely they continue to pay their fees, their short fees or whatever, short interest fees, and then the stock goes, then they're stuck, then they're done. Then the stock goes to the moon. Then they have to cover their positions because shorts mean unlimited losses. They can literally lose infinite amount of money. Just like, if we did a call here, if we look at options, calls, if we got a call here, let's say we got a call right here. If we want to buy this call, our max loss is $19. Our max profit is unlimited. They're essentially on the other end of this. They're on the other end of this, like call, for example, where my gain is unlimited. If it runs up to $1 million, I'm going to get paid, and their loss is unlimited. If it runs up to $1 million, they will have to pay. And that's essentially where they are. Hal said, Corey, what is going on with AMC today? Is the short actually covering their shorts, taking profit? So realistically, I don't feel that way. I feel like up and down, up and down. For all I know, they're heavily shorting it, which it seems like they're heavily shorting it like a lot. It's really hard to speculate exactly what happened to the market, but it was also a down day in the market, right? Look at a lot of these stocks in the top, they're all red, right? It's just a down day, and it's going to happen. We're going to have some good days, some bad days. We're going to have some good weeks, some bad weeks. It's going to be, sometimes bad months, but where do you think it's going to be at the end of the year is really what you have to think. A lot of us focus on this right here. They zoom all the way in and they say, oh my gosh, the sky is, and I'm not saying this about you, my friend. I'm just saying, just in general, some people see this and they're like, oh, the sky's falling. Like, this is it. This is the end. But you know what? We're at $9.71. We were at $5 of last month or 2 months ago, whenever it was. We were $5. You know how people would, Warren Buffett, if you told Warren Buffett, hey, I'm going to give you 100% of your money in a year, or 5, 6 months, 2 months, 3 months. If you told him, let's say in one whole year, you only gave him 1,000 or 100% of his, you're going to double his money. he would take that bet 10 out of 10 times. He actually probably wouldn't do it because he wouldn't believe you, because to get 100% returns in the stock market as a sure thing, like over a year or whatever, is just no. He wouldn't do it. He would say it's too risky, yada yada yada. He would not do it 100%. But look, we've already, if you got in at $5, you average down at $5, you're sitting pretty. And so I feel good about it. So I do want to read this comment. James says only 6 companies in history have crossed the $100 or $1,000 a share line. And so, and James just doesn't see GameStop or AMC joining that list. Okay. Now, this doesn't mean that James is right. This doesn't mean James is wrong. This is James's opinion, and I respect the opinion. And that's why I read it, because I'm not trying to, I just putting it out there. James says only one stock ever crossed the 50K mark. So you must be realistic. So good point. But even then, you know, if what people are saying is true, then this is an unprecedented event. And if this is truly an unprecedented event, which it seems like it is, or relatively at least, because yes, shorts have been short before, right? And remember, shorting, another thing I want to be crystal clear of is shorting is okay. Shorting is healthy. It's a healthy part of the economy, of this trading of stocks. Shorting is normal. It is good. It is fine. Naked shorting, you know, being and the amount that they were short, the counterfeit shares, the naked shorting, all of this stuff, they have whipped up a recipe for absolute catastrophic failure. Disaster is what they've whipped up for themselves. And if what they're saying is true, then, you know, we might break all those records. GameStop, I wouldn't be surprised if GameStop broke all of its record. If you would have told me when I was going to invest in GameStop at $3 and I said, nah, this stock is probably not going anywhere. If you'd have told me it was going to go up to $50, I would have said, no, you're mistaken. There's no way. This stock, look at this stock. And you know, that was back here. I'll show you guys. Let's go 3 month. That was back here. No, way back here. Right here. Where did I see this? Actually, I was looking at the 1 year. And I was all the way back where I was going to buy it over here. So around $3 right here. I guess $3.15, right? And the reason I didn't buy it is because I looked at the stock over the past however long, and look, it was just down. I looked at like the 5 year or something, and it was just bad for 5 years. And this is why I didn't buy it right here. And I was going to buy like $500 worth. Joke's on me, huh? What would that be worth today? Let me do some quick math. And I didn't hear about the short squeeze or anything at that time, by the way. Obviously, it's one of those things where it's like, holy smokes. It's like how we all say, oh, I should have bought Bitcoin in 2011. I should have. It's like, well, you were there. You could have done it. You didn't do it. And, you know, you can't beat yourself up over it. And I had no idea what was like I said, I had no clue what was going on with the short squeeze, stuff like that. So 162.20 divided by 3.15 times 500. Yeah, I would have made 25K off that play. Dang. Just off of putting $500 at 315. And I saw it at 315 too. Wow. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I wonder if I saw it even lower. I really can't recall when it was March. Oh, January, February, March. Yeah, I was right here. What did it get to? Oh, I guess it did go down to 250. Holy smokes. Yeah, it was March. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, and I can't hold on to the past. So, boy, oh boy. Philly says, Adam Aaron moved up the earnings from June to May 6th. That has to be for a very good reason. It just might trigger the short squeeze. Hey, Philly, I'm with you, my friend. Hopefully it does trigger the short squeeze, this kind of meeting. Adam Aaron is not a fool. If you heard him talk for a little bit on Trades, if you haven't seen that interview, highly recommend watching it. Trey did a fantastic job. on it. Not gonna lie, he did a great job. But I think that if you watch him talk, he knows what he's doing. This guy, and I've said it from the very beginning, that Adam Aaron has done a fantastic job of rallying the apes. Bullish. This guy is just doing the most, doing a great job. Excuse me. And I believe in him. So I'm sure everything he does, he's 10 steps ahead. You know what I mean? Like he just seems on it. So I'm sure whatever he does would be in the best interest of the shareholders, which is why he took off the 500 million shares completely off the table, and just to not divide us. He could have divided us and had us give us our way, and then we would have fought, and then we would have probably turned to him though. So he was already all those steps ahead of us. He'd rather us hold the stock and keep up the pressure rather than have us divided, and even though it would be beneficial to him and the longer term probably, he still took it off the table, and a lot of respect for the way he handled that. And he looked like a champion. He looked like a freaking hero doing that. So very cool. Luco says, how do you think we dip before we take off? So that's a good question. So Luco, this is my personal theory, and this is, and you know, we've seen this also with the VW squeeze, right? Theoretically, these guys are going to want to drive the price down before it runs up, right? So realistically, they want to start covering as low as possible. So they want to start covering at, you know, let's say AMC. You know, I'll go to the chart just so we can take a look at it. Realistically, oh gosh, let's look at the 3-month. You know, looking at the stock, they would rather cover down here and start covering down here, right at the very bottom. So realistically, based on what we've seen with, you know, and this is very different, but the VW squeeze, or that VW squeeze, it dipped dang near, in my opinion, it would probably go around $5 for this stock. Okay, it would dip around $5 and then it would run. And so reason being, and this is again my complete theory, 100% just kind of made up in my own head. My theory would be they would want to, you know, naked short, high frequency trading. They want to get the stock as low as possible, so that when they recover, they start at $5 instead of $10. And that is my theory, that they would try to drive it down, but they could only do so much if the apes are truly holding strong and not being shaken from their positions, right? Because we've seen that they run it down and then it holds, and they run it down, it holds, and you know, whatever is fake and whatever's not, you know, whatever's fake and whatever's real with the price action, they can only do so much. And so my theory is they're going to try to drive it down as far as possible. They don't really have a number. They might have a number if they try to trigger stop losses. If they try to trigger somebody's stop loss and have it trickle down, and then they cover, because they want to cover at the bottom, and then it, whenever, you know, like I said, we'll use this right here. They want to cover down here because you have to remember, it's not going to be one hedge fund covering. It's going to be multiple hedge funds covering. And let's say I'm Citadel. Let's say they get margin called and they're like, hey, you have to start covering. And so Citadel will say, okay, well, they won't have a choice. So they're going to start covering right here. Now, if I'm Melvin Capital and I need to cover my position, do you think I want to let Citadel finish running and then I cover up here? Or do you want me to beat them to the punch and cover at the same time so that they have to cover up here? Or maybe we both have to cover up here. This way I'm not starting at, you know, $15 whenever I have to cover. So they both want to cover down here. So my theory is they're going to, let's say Citadel has to cover first. They'll start covering. Melvin's going to catch wind of it. They're going to cover as well at the same time. Everyone else is going to catch wind of it. They're going to cover at the same time. And then the stock is going to run. People are going to come out of the woodwork. They're all going to try to buy the stock, rise it up, and it's just going to explode. It's going to absolutely explode. I always go incognito my browsers. I don't like the cache. I do web development, and so having the cache, just such a pain in the butt. Such a pain. Neil Tendo, you have a point. Neil Tendo says, I know we're really not saying dates, but 5/4 is a Tuesday. And you know, I will say on a Tuesday, this happened on a Tuesday. This is Tuesday night, right here, whenever it first started to run. So Neil has a point there, my friend. I like where your head's at. Juice says, where do you see when the hedgies have to sell their short positions? So realistically, the only thing that we're going to see is we'll see, you know, the Fintel, Ortex, those kinds of numbers and stuff, and we'll see that they're covering. But realistically, we'll know they're covering whenever it starts to run up, right? Because we're going to see some crazy movement, and we're going to know they're covering then. Basically, Juice, you won't miss it, my friend. You won't miss it. It'll be very, very hard to miss. You just have to barely pay attention and set price alerts. You know, you can go in here, you can set alerts, and you can set it for whatever you want. Whenever the price goes above, you can add, you can press a plus. When the price goes above this dollar, then you can do that. You know, you get an alert. Easy peasy. Sir You Win says GME just doesn't have a good entry price, right? And so Sir You Win, you know, it's all a matter of perspective as well, right? You could be looking at GameStop and saying, let me fix this a little bit. You could say there's no good prices, right? You can see over here and say, oh, there's no good prices. So what's a good price to you? I'll tell you what, this is off the table in my opinion. This is completely off the table. $50, $38. Good luck. A good entry point at this point, you see how it's consolidating? It's getting higher lows. Look how it's like laddering. And you know what? I'm going to draw a trend line here because I kind of like this. I'll get it here and get some of these, right? A super rough trend line. Super rough trend line. But you can see what's going on here. Setting higher lows, which is great. And you can see lower highs, right? We can do another trend line right here. I could probably get it all the way back here. Look at this one. Again, very, very rough trend lines. I'll grab that one over here. Something like that. So realistically, you know, maybe we'll go into some kind of consolidation. Remember, this is a few days. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, seven days. Realistically, it could break below that tomorrow, and then this is done for. I can adjust this. But realistically, I think I do want to adjust this anyways. Oh, I hate how it moves both sides. I'll just put this around. I'll just put this like that for now, and yeah, okay, I'll leave this like this. So realistically, you know, you can see these kind of days in here. It can go over or under at any time. You really don't know when it's going to go over or under. But what was the question? I don't even know what I'm on about. I'm actually lost. GME does. Okay, so yes, so entry point. The question is, what are you trying to entry at? Me, I saw this dip over here, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy in over. No, I think I bought in over at this one. I bought in over somewhere. Okay. And realistically, you have to see, okay, this is a fluke. It was oversold this whole time. And you're like, you know what? This is not going to sustain. This is going to bounce right back. And this is where you look for an entry, right? Maybe over here. It's going to be hard to find an entry, yes. But if you have this on your mind, you're never going to find it. I was waiting for this, and I was like, you know what? This is unrealistic. It's never going to drop that low again, I don't think. So I went ahead and bought in at the second best time, you know. And there's nothing wrong with second best entry points, especially if you think the stock is going to go to $500, you know, who cares if you get in at 160 or you know 150, 140. You know, obviously it's always better to get in lower, but you know, you'd rather get in lower than just completely miss it, right? Or a little higher, I suppose, than completely miss it. Diamond says, Corey, I said, Diamond, we all said the squeeze is going to happen on a Tuesday. Okay, I thought it was going to happen on a Tuesday too. Well, and here's the deal. I say happen on a Tuesday, and realistically, it's just because it's what happened once on this date. I looked at the other squeezes and I don't think they were all Tuesdays. So Tuesday really had no significance of a day for me, but other than it did happen before on a Tuesday, and I'll just say that. But I hope it happens soon. I'm like, I just want it to happen soon, but I am enjoying the ride. I'm not gonna lie. I'm enjoying the ride. Absolutely. But let's see. Okay, guys, so I'm so sorry. I do need to start wrapping up. I need to eat a little bit of dinner. I have a meeting at 8 o'clock tonight, or in 30 minutes. So I need to get some food in me really quick. And it's all for the stream. So I'm going to be going to eat now, and then I'm going to wrap up stream stuff later. If you see me go live for a little bit, that was a mistake, and you can join me and just watch what's going on, but don't feel the need to watch me if I go live again. It would have been an accident. I'm working on some stream, kind of this new platform that I'm using with the multi stuff. I got some cool stuff that I'm very excited to implement. Hopefully it'll be live by tomorrow. The changes, I tried to get it live by today, but it was rough. I spent my whole weekend working on this stuff, guys. I was working all weekend on stream stuff and stock stuff, and so but you know what, worth it. But yeah, so let me go get a little bit of food and stuff. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and we will be back. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, full stream, full time. Hopefully everything goes smooth sailing. And yeah, so all right, guys, I will catch you guys later tomorrow. Peace.